If you have an agency and you are making money with your agency, I'm pretty sure that this has happened to you. Maybe you are making money, maybe the clients are paying, and the numbers even look fine. But at the same time, while you are making money, you already know that if you leave your business, something breaks completely. You know that even though you are making money, you need to be present every single day for your business to keep working. And the reason I can tell you this is because I already had a marketing agency in the past. So I can talk about this because I already went through this. It's not a revenue problem, it's not a hiring problem, and sometimes it's not even a time problem. It's a bottleneck problem, and it has a specific cause and a specific solution for that. And this is where we are going to cover in this video. So I will recommend you to stay until the end so you can really understand what we are going to talk about. By the way, if at any point of this video this is really helping you, it will help me a lot if you subscribe to the channel and you hit the like button, because in that way we can keep growing this community and we can keep reaching new people. You typically realize that you have a problem using this 3-sign diagnosis. Okay, maybe your revenue is consistent, but chaos is also consistent. I mean, you're making many, maybe 15K, 20K, or even more, but nothing feels smooth. You know you have a problem. The sign number 2 is that you are the system. I mean, you're in charge of everything. Answering messages, sending follow-ups, making the onboarding of every single client. And you know that if you remove yourself from the picture for 3 days, everything breaks. And this is what literally happened to me when I had the marketing agency. I was making money, I was growing the agency, we broke the 1K line, but at the same time, I was doing like 200 calls a day, every single day, and sending thousands of messages. And that was because I wasn't solving the specific bottleneck and I wasn't building the right systems. But leaving that aside, the sign number 3 is that maybe you have added tools, but nothing got simpler. You have got a CRM that you don't even use. You have Notion boards that are half built. A Zapier automation someone set up 6 months ago that may or may not be working. Maybe you hired people to handle things, I mean, to answer your messages, but now you spend more time managing and training those people or those BAs that you hired than actually doing the thing. If we take a look at the past, we take a look at Basecamp, they had that problem. I mean, their team was operationally stuck, projects were chaotic, communication was fragmented, clients were confused, the founders, I mean, weren't failing because they were making money, but that's typically an invisible trap, because you can be making money but still be required for every single operation inside your company. So what they did, they didn't buy more tools, they identified the actual constraint, the bottleneck, and they built one system to remove it. Now a lot of people know that they have to do something, they need to fix something, and they are agency, but they hire more people, so they hire someone and then they need to manage the person, they need to train the person or the PA, and that doesn't fix anything. Some people add more tools, and then what happens is that they have maybe 20 different tools, they are paying Notion and 5 different more tools, but are completely disconnected. So when the tools are disconnected, they make you waste a lot of time. You jump from one window to another, and it makes you waste a lot of time. You don't make any advancement, you don't make progress. And when that happens, you realize that you don't need more tools, you need one system that removes the actual constraint, your bottleneck in your agency. And some people think, okay, I will fix this when I grow more. But what happens is that the more revenue you add on top of a broken operation, the worse it gets. You don't grow your way out of operational chaos. You grow into it, and even harder. I mean, let's say you are making 5K or you're making 10K. Whenever you make 10K or 20K, things will be harder to solve because you will have more clients, more people hired, and changing something at that moment will be far more difficult than if you do it right now. So as I was telling you, you don't need a better operational overall. You need to remove the single constraint that is creating the most friction right now. And for most agencies in the 15K to 40K range, that constraint is almost always the same place, and it's the lead flow. Because if you're making more than 15K per month, you probably have a very good service. Because if you didn't have a good service, you wouldn't be making that amount of money. The problem is that you cannot handle 100 leads, and you can not answer 100 different messages per day every single day. So what you typically need at that moment is a lead system. Basically, a lead system is very simple. Something that captures, qualifies the lead, follow-ups on autopilot, and lets you track everything in one place. Because if you are answering emails, then you answer a DM on Instagram, then you answer a DM on Facebook, then you answer an SMS, it's a complete mess. But it's very simple if you send all your leads to one simple system that books them, qualifies them, and send them follow-ups. Now, how do you do this? First of all, you diagnose before you build, then you design the simplest version, and then you build it so it runs without you. It's not more than that. If the system you are building makes your week more and more and more complicated, it's not fixing the problem. Because here the goal is simplicity, not sophistication and adding 1000 different tools. The problem that you will face, and is the trap of manual operations, is that they keep you just busy enough to never build a thing that would make you less busy. And I went through this a couple of weeks ago. I was spending even 6 or 7 hours per day, every single day, marketing, and I realized that I needed to start improving the product, and I needed to start improving the service. So I started creating systems to replace myself from manual operations every single day, so I can start focusing, and I started focusing on the product, on the service that I deliver. And what happens is that when your lead systems runs on its own, you don't just recover lost revenue, you recover something far more valuable, that is mental clarity. And mental clarity lets you scale because it lets you see your business from a completely different perspective. So I really hope this video helped you if you are trying to grow your agency, if you are doing more than 10K per month. If you want me to help you one-on-one fixing your bottleneck, we'll have the link on the comment section and you can book a call with me. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.